Hi folks, I'm planning a new webinar on money programs. I'm really excited about it. I've spent the weekend thinking about it because of things that were coming up both for clients and for myself, and I thought it'd be great to plan something on that, because one of the things I'm recognizing is that it's not enough just to clear the old stuff that's in the way. It's to clear the stuff that stops you feeling comfortable when you've got what you actually want. And money actually is a fantastic metaphor. It's not about the money itself, it's about what we make it mean about ourselves. So the new webinar is going to be about clearing the family and ancestral stuff that we're carrying, all the old stories that have come down the family line, all the survival strategies, all that stuff about money. How often as a child were you told you can't have everything you want, and money doesn't grow on trees, a whole bunch of stuff they used to tell us. And then we're going to do something about clearing the stuff you've created for yourself. So any traumas that you've had around money in this life, and also the blame that you make about it, the blame for yourself, the blame about other people. Because we do, I certainly do anyway, I decided where I was in relationship with money, and every time something doesn't work, I take on the blame beautifully. It's my fault, I've done it again, it'll never be any different. All that old stuff that just keeps going round and round and round in circles. And then we're going to do something about creating what you would really like your life to be like if money was abundant, if you had so much money you didn't have to think about whether there was anything in the bank or not. And then we're going to deal with the parts of you that get really scared at the thought of that happening. Because the truth is, that's the real stopper at the end of it. Because if there are parts of you that are scared about you being in that financially abundant space, they're going to stop you getting there. And it'll be something that they've decided a long, long while ago. And won't it be great to let that go and not to be running somebody else's old patterns, your old patterns, to have created a new strategy and a new pattern, new neural pathways to support it. So I thought we'd start off with a little bit of tapping around money blocks, just to start loosening things, because if you're interested in this way of looking at things, you might want to start doing a bit of planning and a bit of exploring. So what's stopping you? What do your family say to you? What do you say to you? What would it be like if you actually had what you wanted? So lots of things there to explore, and we'll be exploring them in the webinars. And I love working by webinar. I can't believe I spent 5 years avoiding doing it because I'm really quite enjoying it. So let's start tapping, and we'll just start tapping on the old ancestral beliefs to start off with. So even though they had their stories about money, and I listened to them, and I made them mine, I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself and all those people who contributed their stories. Even though in the past there were so many traumas about money and about lack of money, about having too much or not having enough, or having it and losing it. And all of those things created strategies and beliefs and decisions that came down the family line. And I'm carrying all of them. I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself. And maybe those people who contributed their bit, even though they just did the best they could with it, as I am too. I'm open to the possibility that I could begin to release this now on behalf of myself and all of those people who put their stuff in there. And I deeply and completely love and accept us all. Even though I took their stuff and I made it mine, and then I added to it, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've spent my life trying to make sense of money issues and blaming myself and blaming other people and creating all sorts of stories about it, about how I can't have it, about what life will be like if I do have it, all that sort of stuff. I deeply and completely love and accept myself and the parts of me that have always done the best they can. Even though there's all this stuff going on around money, And I've been living it as though it's true, because I've made it my truth. I'm open to the possibility that I could create a different truth and tell a different story that supports me in being financially abundant, financially free to live my life. And I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself and anyone else that's been involved. And even though when I look to the future, I can't see it clearly, because part of me really wants to see me as being financially abundant, having endless amounts of money, being financially free to do what I want. And there are other parts of me that find that really scary. So I'm in a space of conflict. And even if I say I want this or I'm going to have that, there's a part of me that's going, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you won't. I deeply and completely love and accept all those parts of me because I know they're doing the very best for me that they can. Even though there's so much stuff about money, and money is the perfect metaphor for clearing all sorts of old limiting beliefs. I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself and everyone else that's been involved in any way in this. Even though I've got my own stories and I'm not sure whether I can see the future clearly or not, I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself, and even forgive Jacqui for forgetting to switch off her email before she did this. And I'm open to the possibility that this is the beginning of the rest of my life. And this may be the time when I can start to let go of all that limiting stuff so that I can attract the natural abundance that's there for me into my life. And that can include money. It can include hard cash, be that dollars, pounds, euros. I'm open to the possibility that even if I'm not comfortable now, I'm on my way to finding ways to become much more comfortable around money and allowing myself to actually have it and use it and spend it and save it and do exciting things with it. And I deeply and completely love and accept all the parts of me that are squirming at that thought. And I'd like them to know they don't need to worry. Because before we make any changes, we'll make sure that they're safe and comfortable. Because no changes happen without them being safe and comfortable and much more fun than my old money story. And I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself and everybody else involved. And I'm open to the possibility this really is the beginning of the rest of my money journey, and that this part of it is going to be fun, and I'm okay. It's the beginning of the rest of my life around money. I'm going to do it differently. I'm open to that possibility. I'm open to the possibility that I can make changes easily, safely and comfortably because it's what I deserve. And I look forward to noticing the changes as I start this wonderful money journey. And so it is. And that, if you like, is just a bit of a loosener-upper of things that have been very stuck. So it's giving those parts of you information that we're actually considering making changes. They'll be in there wondering what the changes are now and trying to work things out. And it's okay to let them just do that because they've been told that any changes are going to be safe and healthy. So they'll start finding things that work for you. It'd be interesting to see if you can manage to loosen some of that stuck stuff. And if you want to do anything in more depth, then I'd love you to join me in January. I'm so looking forward to doing that because I know there'll be a whole flurry before I start working of my stuff coming up, because there always is. It comes up so I get to clear it and I get to see what's going on, and then I can share it with other people. My subconscious is fantastic at doing those sorts of things for me. So come and join me if you're drawn to it in January on money programs changing things. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself and everybody else involved. Bye.